cuts it up inside to the 29-yard line as he picks up 5 yards. And Tommy, all of a sudden here late in this game, Brooks Cherry seems to be Reeder's favorite target.
All right, and Terry, Brooks and Jason have hooked up a couple of times here, and Jason seems to be a little bit more back on the beam.
Tommy's now 10 of 19. He's hit Brooks Cherry 4 times here in the second half. He's 10 of 19, 115 yards and a touchdown.
2nd and 5 for the Blue Devils. 3 receivers for Reeder. Straight drop quick as it is batted down. Jeff Stevens, the 6'3", 280 senior, going to Georgia. And Tommy, we may be seeing him doing that in a Bulldog uniform for a few years.
Well, they need him right now. The way Georgia's playing.
I wasn't going to say that.
This guy's got a nickname. They call him Shamu. He's picked up a nickname from a friend of mine.
I don't think that they gave him that because he's cute and cuddly either.
No, it's because he's big.
3rd and 5 for the Blue Devils. Reeder straight drop, wants to throw again, lost it, complete to Clemens as he slips trying to make a move. Will go down at the 36, but Tommy, that should be enough for the first down as it is Edward Chubb out in coverage.
Looks like Redbank slipping a few subs in. Edward Chubb, a senior, working in the secondary now, making his first appearance of the football game. Otherwise, it looks like Redbank's still got that #1 defense out there on the field.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. As Reeder play action fake, wants to go over the middle, has time, now has pressure, unloads. It is incomplete as pressure came from his backside and Garrison Stewart as he tries to hit Grissom, and the ball just kind of skipped on him, Tommy.
We had some time early in the route, but then Reeder chased out of the pocket, has to throw on the run, and incomplete on the pass. Good effort by the receiver. Stafford checks out of the football game, as does John Clemens. Griffin comes in at tailback for the Blue Devils.
2nd and 10 as Reeder will bring his team to the line. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Straight drop. He can throw, Ken Griffin, but he won't. He'll make a move. 35-40. Puts his head down and dives forward near the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short for the Blue Devils, Tommy, as we have 6:40 remaining in the ball game.
Terry, that's your call. Was that a pass or a run?
Tommy, that looks like that was obviously a lateral. He was definitely behind. Griffin was behind Reeder when he let go of it. Griffin up to the 44. We'll give him 9 yards on the grab.
3rd and short as Griffin the tailback, Grissom your fullback. 2 wide receivers to the short side of the field, 1 wide. And they'll give it to Griffin, who is ganged in the backfield and held up by number 76, Jeremy Kaler. And a penalty flag now is thrown as
they've got Griffin. They're going to, I don't know what the official call on this is, but some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct. Joel kind of wrapped up in the emotion of the moment, slammed the football to the ground, and the official, Don Hutchison, right there to throw the flag. So the major mark-off will go against Lebanon, and it looks like our, well, I was going to say
Tressler is into the ball game.
Okay, yeah, punt team. Big mark-off against Lebanon, and so Tressler will come in to kick it away. And they have, early in the football game, they had Wilkie in punt return formation. Now it appears that Pemberton is a single safety, and he's not very deep, so they're probably wondering about Lebanon, seeing if we'll even kick the football.
Reeder is the up back, so be watchful as it's to Tressler. He'll get it away. Short kick. There's nobody back for the Lions. It takes a bounce, and C will bat it down to the 49-yard line. And Tommy, coach may tell him after this, Garrison Stewart was running in the middle of that pile. That ball touches him. That's a live ball.
He was the only blue jersey in that big conglomeration of Lebanon coverage, man, and he didn't want that ball to hit him because it would become live. Terry, what about the kick?
Tressler with a 27-yard punt. It rolls dead right at midfield, and that's where Redbank takes over. 5:30 and counting in this ball game.
So 1st and 10 for the Lions, as Terry told you. Time running out on this season. I formation behind Thomas, as he'll give it to his favorite back. That's Littleton, as he'll get 7 yards over the 45-yard line and down to the 43. And Tommy, you made mention a little earlier, the winner of this ball game, which will more than likely be the Lions, will face the winner of the Science Hill McMinn County game, which I read an interesting thing today in the paper. McMinn County is on probation for a year because after a ball game a few weeks ago, some of their fans started a brawl with the officials.
So they will be unable to play a home game in the playoffs. So McMinn will kind of be like the Globetrotters. They'll be on the road every game.
Second down and a long 3 for the Lions. It will be the up back with the first down. That is Barrett Albritton. He's 5'9", 172, a sophomore. Has been in on defense, Tommy, but that's his first carry of the evening as fullback.
Well, they've still got the starting quarterback and still got some of those. Well, in fact, that's still the starting offensive line in there. Coach Tom Weathers does. I guess he doesn't want this one to get away from him, but he's at least slipped another fullback in there and letting him carry the ball.
First and 10 for the Lions, the 33, as again Albritton picks up 4, maybe 5, down to the 28. And now, Tommy, into the ball game comes the second string line, as well does David Lee.
Well,
and into the ball game will come Eric Lanham. He is a sophomore. He will be your quarterback, as that'll do it for Kevin Thomas. But Terry, Thomas has had an excellent evening.
18 of 25 tonight for Thomas. 18 of 25, 254 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Second and 5 for the Lions, as it is Albritton to the 25-yard line, as he runs into a pile of Blue Devils there. 3:26 and counting in this ball game.
Well, this will be the final night of football for a lot of Blue Devil senior football players. And it's been a tough second half of the season for these kids, but they've continued to play hard and trying to play with some emotion. And I tell you what, we're going to miss these guys.
As Albritton goes up the middle and is driven back, that is Aaron Stewart, a sophomore in there. And Tommy, Luke Shepard showed that he's going to put a head to somebody and just drove him backwards.
Well, Luke's a kid who knows he's probably playing the last football game he'll ever appear in. Luke wants to wrestle collegiately. He's got that opportunity, and there's a lot of our kids who this will be the last time they put those helmets on right here.
4th and a yard. They will go up the middle as Brian Buffington, a sophomore, at fullback, and he may, Tommy, not have got the first down. And he doesn't. That's going to be Blue Devil ball. 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. 2:25 remaining in this ball game, as the offense will come onto the field. And Tommy, if you will, check the offensive line, as it looks like some of the second stringers are going to get a little playoff action.
Well, at least in the offensive line, Sam, still got our starting group in there. Up front, Corley, Woodall, Atwood, Jennings, Dedman, seniors all. 5 guys we'll have to replace next year.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Reeder will give it to Grissom up the middle. A couple of 3 yards on that carry. As Bo, Tommy, really has had an excellent season. 410 yards coming into this game and 5 touchdowns. He took over the load on some of those games, and he looks like he has hurt an ankle and will hop toward the sidelines.
Joey C. comes in at a tackle. Pierre Abston comes in. Bo Grissom leaves the game. Cale Cripps was headed out, but the play already called in the huddle. Cripps will go out there on this next play.
2nd and 7 for the Blue Devils. 1:40 remaining. Reeder, second man through. Stafford, 30, 35, 40, as he is bent backwards by Jonathan Cooper. but he will get the first down out across the 40-yard line and move the sticks.
Tell you what, Sam, he'd have to pay a chiropractor good money for one of those realignments because he got bent all the way back. He's down on his knees, and they almost flex him completely in two. Checking in. Well, we've got more players coming in for Lebanon, and I don't have a roster in front of me. We've got Cantrell coming in, I believe, at tailback for Lebanon. Yes, that's right, 24 Cantrell. Shepard is the fullback.
To the right side as a wide receiver is Corey Clemens. He'll give it to Shepard up the middle. A couple of yards on that carry. 58 seconds remain in this ball game. In for the Blue Devils will come Scott Haston and Michael Dinwiddie as they will get some work on the line. Out will go Jody Atwood and Bubba Jennings.
Tell you what, Sam, Bubba Jennings is a warrior. Bubba played last year with a wrist that was just, it was broken all to pieces, and he wouldn't come out of the game. The only returning starter on this offensive, on the offensive team playing in the same position. Bubba's had a great career here at Lebanon.
They will give it to the tailback. That's Titus Kelly, 45 to the 49-yard line as he will pick up 8. 17 seconds remain in the game, and that